Turkey. The land of four seasons is going through a scorching heatwave with temperatures rising to the highest they've ever been in 60 years. In fact, it wouldn't be wrong to say that no other country in the entire Mediterranean region has been hit as hard as Turkey. Water levels are at an all-time low as the country faces a vexing crisis that's only expected to get worse in the near future. Keep watching this video as we tell you how Turkey, as we know it, is drying up. Water crisis has always been an impending global issue, with some countries more prone to drying up as compared to others. But who would have imagined that a country flowing with rivers would be at the heart of this issue? Turkey is going through what we like to call the economic dilemma. We're calling it that because it's economic development at the expense of the environment. And yes, this isn't the first time a country has found itself in a really tough spot after exploiting its environment for financial gains. But we have to realize that Turkey's situation is much worse than that. All of the country's freshwater supplies, resources and rivers are at an all-time low. It's gotten to the point where thousands of corpses of birds and animals can be seen lying on dry, cracked up mud, which once used to be beautiful water bodies flowing with life. But not only the country is drying up, it's also on fire. Wildfires have blazed nearly 200,000 hectares of land, damaging the environment and its ecology, along with burning down multiple forests in its path. The UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released a terrifying report stating that almost 60% of Turkish land is prone to desertification. So what once used to be a beautiful country with sparkling turquoise rivers might just end up becoming the new Mediterranean desert. But we can't really blame everything on climate change now, can we? Unless Turkey makes some significant changes to its water management policies, it's possible that the country may run out of water in the next 2 decades. The switch from traditional to more water-intensive cash crops has completely pushed Turkey into a death spiral. For some odd reason, the government continues to focus on harvesting sugar beets, cotton and corn. And while these crops are certainly worth more money, they require 3 to 4 times more rainfall than what Turkey typically receives. Because of these policies, Turkey has witnessed a 3-fold increase in its water usage in just 1 decade. The country hasn't invested in building canals and proper channels to irrigate the land either, and instead, old age methods are used by farmers, which result in almost 35 to 60% of the water being lost to either evaporation, seepage, or even leakages. It's not just the government. Even farmers all over the country have dug up illegal wells trying to tap into the groundwater. But what they fail to realize is that the groundwater isn't being replenished at the same rate it used to. So not only does this lead to below average harvests, but it also means everyone has less drinking water. This is the terrifying death spiral we are talking about. This isn't just a rare occurrence or something. This is the new natural order. The situation in countries like Turkey will only continue to get worse as the effects of climate change and global warming intensify. But the fact that the government allows the same thing to happen year after year is what's making the damage irreversible. Turkey is in dire need of water management principles that aren't just words on a piece of paper. And while forest fires aren't exactly something new in Turkey, we have to realize that it can't get much better from here since every forest is almost dried up. Also, let's not forget the country's weird obsession with planting commercial forests of pine trees that only leave behind fodder, leading to dangerous wildfires. The Ministry of Environment even launched an initiative back in 2003 with the goal of planting 7 billion trees by 2023 to fight desertification and gain forest loss to fires. But with 2023 right around the corner, it seems like Turkey is off by at least a couple of billion trees. Even though Turkey continues to go through a spine-chilling water crisis, President Tayyip Erdogan remains focused on rapid economic development at the expense of the environment. President Erdogan still remains under the impression that economic development is possible whilst battling the ongoing crisis. We just happen to disagree. Clearing fertile lands and forests only for airports, highways, buildings and residential areas isn't exactly economic development if it has led to the destruction of almost 1.3 million hectares of wetlands. Turkey's aggressive pursuit of renewable energy has also sucked out every last drop from iconic rivers like the Euphrates and Tigris. And you might argue that the water can be reused, but let's not forget how thousands of liters evaporate in a matter of seconds just lying in those huge reservoirs. Not to mention that it also results in scarcity downstream of the dam. Anyway, no matter how big of an economic revolution Turkey goes through, it can never become a true superpower with a water crisis knocking at the door. While Turkey faces its own challenges, a lot of groups, including Turkish mayors, are working together with the Ministry of Environment and the EU to turn things around. A green action plan, also called the Alternative Water Management Manifesto, aims to redefine water management principles along with actions to improve grey and rainwater harvesting. And thankfully, it also addresses important issues like how Turkey seriously needs to reconsider the way it produces food and energy. Because think about it. It doesn't really make a difference if the country is the 9th biggest hydroelectric energy producer in the world. All that energy comes at the expense of millions of liters of water. And we've already talked about the whole water-intensive agriculture issue, so even focusing on these two aspects alone can bring a lot of relief in the country. Otherwise, hope alone is not enough now. The UN has already released reports indicating that the Mediterranean region will receive severe consequences of global warming. And it's not like Turkey doesn't get any rain or something. Believe it or not, there are actually floods in the northern side of the country. The only problem being there's no real system to harvest all that water. So, the Alternative Water Management Manifesto might actually help pave the way for the future without worrying about drinking water. But anyway, tweaking the current system won't really make much of a difference. If anything, Turkey needs an entirely new and modern approach to its old problem. It's not just Turkey. And if you think only Turkey is drying up, then you're mistaken. The entire region is facing a future without access to clean drinking water. It's not just Turkey that needs to rethink its growth strategies, it's the entire region. The Mediterranean countries need to come together and forget about economic growth for a while. Otherwise they'll probably end up being the first countries to import water. Even the Mediterranean Sea itself is becoming a dead sea, with more than half of the sea mammals going extinct in the last 50 years. And history doesn't always repeat itself, but you best believe it rhymes. And about 5.6 million years ago, the Mediterranean Sea dried up, but that was because of the formation of glaciers. This time, the situation is different. Anyway, like a lot of countries in the world, Turkey needs to decide what's important. A beautiful land with multiple rivers, green forests and wetlands, or a burning concrete jungle. Still, it's pretty sad how the sector behind Turkey's growth is what's causing it to fall in the death spiral in the first place. The agriculture sector is a workhorse for the Turkish economy and has a total employment figure of almost 6 million workers. But unfortunately, it also uses 75% of the country's fresh water. So it's not like the Green Plan or small tweaks can fix the issue. Turkey needs to re-evaluate literally everything, because with the way things are going right now, nothing is sustainable. That's it from our side, folks. So, what do you think? Can Turkey turn things around and regain its status as the land of 4 seasons? And what do you have to say about its water management policies? Let us know in the comments below. Remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting and informative content in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.